Autumn. By John Clare. The summer flower has run to seed, and yellow is the woodland bough, and every leaf of bush and weed is tipped with autumn's pencil now. And I do love the varied hue, and I do love the browning plain, and I do love each scene to view, that's marked with beauties of her reign. The woodbine-trees red berries bear, that, clustering hang upon the bower, while, fondly lingering here and there, peeps out a dwindling sickly flower. The trees' gay leaves are turned brown, by every little wind undress'd, and as they flap and whistle down, we see the bird's deserted nest. No thrush or blackbird meets the eye, or fills the ear with summer's strain, they but dart out for worm and fly, then silent seek their rest again. Beside the brook, in misty blue, bilberries glow on tendrils weak, where many a bare foot splashes through, the pulpy, juicy prize to seek. For 'tis the rustic boy's delight, now autumn's sun so warmly gleams, and these ripe berries tempt his sight, to dabble in the shallow streams. And oft his rambles we may trace, delved in the mud his printing feet, and oft we meet a chubby face all stained with the berries sweet. The cowboy oft lives down the brook, and tracks for hours each winding round, while pinders, that such chances look, drive his rambling cows to pound. The woodland bowers, that used to be lost in their silence in their shade, are now a scene of rural glee, with many a nutting swain and maid. The scrambling shepherd with his hook, mong hazel boughs of rusty brown that overhang some gulfing brook, drags the ripened clusters down. While, on a bank of faded grass, some artless maid the prize receives, and kisses to the sun tanned lass, as well as nuts, the shepherd gives. I love the year's decline, and love through rustling yellow shades to range, o'er stubble land, 'neath willow grove, to pause upon each varied change, and oft have thought 'twas sweet, to list the stubbles crackling with the heat, just as the sun broke through the mist and warmed the herdsman's rushy seat, and grunting noise of rambling hogs, where pattering acorns oddly drop, and noisy bark of shepherds' dogs, the restless routes of sheep to stop. While distant threshers swingle drops with sharp and hollow twanking raps, and, nigh at hand, the echoing chops of hardy hedger stopping gaps, and sportsmen's trembling whistle calls that stay the swift retreating pack, and cowboys' whoops, and squawking brawls, to urge the straggling heifer back. Autumn time, thy scenes and shades are pleasing to the tasteful eye, though winter, when the thought pervades, creates an ague-shivering sigh. Gray-bearded rhyme hangs on the morn, and what's to come too true declares. The ice drop hardens on the thorn, and winter's starving bed prepares. No music's heard the fields among, save where the hedge chats chittering play, and plowman drawls his lonely song, as cutting short the dreary day. Now shattered shades let me attend, reflecting look on their decline, where pattering leaves confess their end, in sighing flutterings hinting mine. For every leaf, that twirls the breeze, may useful hints and lessons give. The falling leaves and fading trees will teach and caution us to live. Wandering clown, they seem to say, in us your coming end review. Like you we lived, but now decay. The same sad fate approaches you. Beneath a yellow fading tree, as red suns light thee, autumn morn, in wildest rapture let me see the sweets that most thy charms adorn. Oh, while my eye the landscape views, what countless beauties are displayed. What varied tints of nameless hues, shades endless melting into shade. A russet red the hazels gain, as suited to their drear decline, while maple's brightest dress retain, and in the gayest yellows shine. The poplar tree hath lost its pride, its leaves in wan consumption pine, they hoary turn on either side, and life to every gale resign. The stubborn oak, with haughty pride still in its lingering green, we view, but vain the strength he shows is tried, he tinges slow with sickly hue. The proudest triumph art conceives, or beauty's nature's power can crown, gray-bearded time in shatters leaves, destruction's trample treads them down. 'Tis lovely now to turn one's eye, the changing face of heaven to mind, how thin-spun clouds glide swiftly by, while lurking storms slow move behind. Now suns are clear, now clouds pervade, each moment changed, and changed again, and first a light, and then a shade, swift glooms and brightens o'er the plain. Poor pussy through the stubble flies, in vain, o'erpowering foes to shun. The lurking spaniel points the prize, and pussy's harmless race is run. The crowing pheasant, in the brakes, betrays his lair with awkward squalls. A certain aim the gunner takes, he clumsy fluskers up, and falls. But hide thee, muse, the woods among, nor stain thy artless, rural rhymes. Go leave the murderer's wiles unsung, nor mark the hardened gunner's crimes. The fields all cleared, the laboring mice to sheltering hedge and wood patrol, where hips and haws for food suffice, that chumbled lie about their hole. The squirrel, bobbing from the eye, is busy now about his hoard, and an old nest of crow or pie his winter store is oft explored. The leaves forsake the willow gray, and down the brook they whirl and wind, so hopes and pleasures whirl away, and leave old age and pain behind. The thorns and briars, vermilion hue, now full of hips and haws are seen. If village prophecies be true, they prove that winter will be keen. Hark! Started are some lonely strains. The robin bird is urged to sing. Of chilly evening he complains, and dithering droops his ruffled wing. Slow o'er the wood the puttock sails, and mournful, as the storms arise, his feeble note of sorrow wails to the unpitying frowning skies. More coldly blows the autumn breeze. Old winter grins a blast between. The north winds rise and strip the trees, and desolation shuts the scene.